Hello, good evening. My name is Samuel O. I'm currently teaching at Alasa High School, and I'm teaching music. I received my Bachelor of Arts in Music at UC Santa Cruz, and now I'm working on receiving my credential and master's at Brandman University. I always knew I would teach music as a career, but never pictured myself teaching in a classroom. That was like the last thing on my list. But when I was offered the position to teach at Alasa High School, I accepted the offer because many years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, almost all the schools in Salinas got rid of their music program. So it was a very sad thing for me as a person who appreciates and loves music and studied music to see that it was gone in our city. Um, so when I heard that they were bringing back the music program in the district I'm working for, I accepted the challenge to restart and bring back music into this, not only into the school, but to the city itself. Um, I hope to inspire students to continue seeking out knowledge through the eyes of music because music can offer many things, and study has shown that students who are in the music program tend to do very well in SATs or any type of other standard testing. To go over some of my school classroom rules, I just have 5 simple rules that I ask the students to do. Number one, foremost, I like to stress many times, even students who bring in their friend, is that do not touch instruments. If they're not assigned to that instrument, they should not be touching any instrument they're not assigned to at all because they don't know how to handle the instruments, they don't know how to play it, they don't know how to take care of it because they were never taught how to take care of it. So it's very important that they don't touch any other instrument except for the one they're assigned to because instruments, as you can all know, is very expensive to buy. Number two, it's obviously no food or drinks except for water. And I know all teachers has this rule as part of their classroom rule, but especially in music, it's very important that students do not eat or drink or sugar drink at all because all that gunk that's in their mouth will go into their instruments. And what happens when you have food that's not being cleaned out or food that gets stuck in between the keys? Mold tends to grow inside the instruments, and not only does it damage the instrument itself, it's also a health hazard to the students themselves because they can start inhaling all the mold inside their body. Um, Also, number three, do not be tardy, especially at Alisal High School. They have an 8-minute passing period, so there is no reason for students to be tardy. And also because it's very rude when you come in late when students are already set up and already warmed up their instruments. Um, and they come in like disturbing the whole classroom procedure. Number four, the students are not allowed to move any chairs because I have the chairs set up in a way that's in a musical setting, and fixing chairs, putting them back in correct places is very time consuming and it's very hard for students, especially students who are not accustomed to how a music setting should be like, especially at a school where a music program was gone almost for 15, 20 years. Um, Number five is have materials ready. Materials for music such as have their music folder, their music, and a pencil just in case of anything they have to write on their music. And my classroom procedures they have to do is when they first enter the door, they are to grab their music and stand, put their instruments together, and about 5 minutes of class, they are to do a self warm-up before I come to class together and before we begin. I do a lot of formative assessments to make sure every student is on task. I'll ask each section or individual players to play to make sure they are up to par with their part of their music. Also do a lot of hand signals. Students are to follow my musical hand signals as in how to count off, how to cut off, when to breathe, and watch for signals that I might go loud or soft. Another thing is I also teach students the procedure of on and off when I get on and off the podium. When I'm on the podium, they must have all attention on me, all eyes focused on me. But when I'm off the podium, that is time for them. They can play their instruments on their own, and they can talk to their roommate, stand partners. So I hope that explains everything about myself, and have a great night. Thank you.